Hey everybody, Sam Dog Infamous 253 coming at you guys with Dallas Stewart. Dallas, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Yep. So we had a split last week and I went 11-3 and Dallas, you went 10-4 for a split. That's not pretty bad for us this week. We both still had pretty solid weeks despite our split, which I ended up winning this week.
Yeah.
Past week. And now we bring on the 2023 Week 12 picks. And first of all, Dallas, I would like to be the first out there to wish each and every one of you guys a happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving to all of our viewers, and hopefully you have a good holiday with your family.
Yep. All right. First up, we got the Thanksgiving games, but we're going to start out with our Thanksgiving game first, which I will be going to. First off, we got the San Francisco 49ers coming to Seattle, the primetime game of the Thanksgiving slate to take on the Seahawks. 49ers coming off of that big win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they lost Hufanga, their safety for the year, with a torn ACL. Seahawks, obviously, we lost to the Rams by 1 point because Myers couldn't make that kick at the end, which, if you're the second highest paid kicker, you got to be able to make that kick. And Geno got banged up in that game a bit too. We don't know if he's been practicing, and there's a chance he may not play. And, this is where we are going to probably expect the worst. I'm knocking on wood, hoping for the best, but I'm obviously going to be expecting the worst because this is now the toughest part of the schedule. And this is where we probably go on a long skid, which we haven't been on since Holmgren's last year, or for that matter, the Jim Mora year in 2009. Which I heard Brendan Nelson talking about earlier. Shout out to Brendan Nelson. I was saying
this is the tough part of our schedule.
Yeah.
And that was a very critical game we dropped on Sunday.
It was very critical. We needed to get up to 7-3, and now we're 6-4, and it's probably going to get a lot worse. And like Brendan Nelson said, we are literally staring 6 and 8 right dead in the eyes.
We should have it shouldn't even have come down to that final kick. We should have put the Rams away in the first half.
Oh, yeah, and that's been
we let the Rams hang around too long.
Because our offensive struggles continue.
And it came back and cost us, and penalties just doomed us.
Oh, yeah.
We got to cut the penalties in about half if we want any chance.
Yeah, unfortunately, though.
Way too many penalties last week.
Unfortunately, though, I got to take the 49ers. I have a feeling if they win this, they'll probably be doing the turkey dinner on our logo on our 50-yard line, just like we did to them in 2014 in our first game and first win at Levi Stadium back in 2014.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to go with the 49ers as well. It's going to be a tall task on a short week, and us being a little banged up with the injuries we suffered on Sunday. The only competitive game last year against the 49ers what happened to be the Thursday night game that we lost in like week 15. I think it ended up being like 21-13, but the other two times the pretty much the 49ers just rolled.
Yeah, and I expect them to keep on rolling too, because they still got that pass rush despite losing their best safety in Hufanga. They still got that dominant pass rush with Hargrave, Eric Armstead, frickin' Nick Bosa, Chase Young now a part of that mix too. Hargrave.
Yeah. I do think they can. I'm hoping they can keep it close, and I do think they can. As being at home, but I can't see us winning.
Nah, I mean, I have a feeling it could probably get ugly too. We don't know if Geno Smith's playing, but we'll see. Knock on the wood. Hope for the best. But expect the worst.
He's not going to be at 100% after that hit he took by Donald.
Oh yeah, which Donald really should have been flagged for a roughing the passer on that too. Let's be real. But yep. Anyway, up next, we're now the early slate. Got the Green Bay Packers going to Detroit to take on the Lions, the usual Thanksgiving team. One of them, the Lions, the other being the Cowboys. Packers coming off of a win against the Los Angeles Chargers at home. The Detroit Lions coming off of quite the battle they had with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, it was an ugly win. They were very fortunate to, sneak by Chicago.
Yeah, and the Lions, we all know what happened last time, week 4. I was watching the game at Soho Cigar Bar in New York City when they just rolled into Lambeau Field and just steamrolled the Packers with ease. And, I got them doing it again. Give me the Lions to complete the sweep on Thanksgiving of the Packers. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, give me the Lions to complete the sweep. I think maybe this has the potential to maybe be a good game because it is a division matchup, and I was a little bit surprised that Green Bay was able to pull it off against the Chargers, but I expect the Lions to have a better performance than they did last week. That was an ugly performance. They were very fortunate to get out of there with a win. It could be, at least I hope it's a good game.
Yeah. All right. Up next, we got the Washington Commanders going to Dallas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Commanders are coming off of getting their butts kicked again by the New York Giants. For some strange reason, they just cannot beat the Giants. The Giants just swept them again, this time with Tommy DeVito at quarterback. The last time the Commanders lost, it was to Tyrod Taylor when they lost to the Giants the last time that they played them. And meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys just steamrolled the Carolina Panthers, and they lived up to that lock that we predicted.
Yeah, they did.
And you know something? Give me the Dallas Cowboys for my Thanksgiving lock.
Yeah, I'm going to make the Cowboys for the third straight week my lock. They're going through the easiest part of their schedule right now. I think Ron Rivera is toast after this year.
Oh yeah, he might be toast after this very game.
Yeah, I know. If it gets ugly, he could be let go right after this game.
All right. Up next, we got for the first time ever, we got a Black Friday game. We got the Miami Dolphins going to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Jets. The Miami Dolphins taking care of their business against the Las Vegas Raiders at home. Meanwhile, the New York Jets got absolutely pistol whipped by the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Our split that I ended up winning, and you ended up whiffing pretty bad, unfortunately, on your part. But man, the Jets benched Zach Wilson during that game, and I think now he's going to be benched too. And for freaking Tim Boyle's now the quarterback for the Jets. That's how bad things have gotten with the Jets this year, ever since Rodgers got hurt week 1. Give me the Miami Dolphins to complete the sweep of the Jets.
Or is this the first time they?
Or is it the first time they played? Is it the first time they played?
I think this is the first time they played.
Well, I expect them to sweep them again anyway, too. Miami's just way better.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, give me the Dolphins to keep it rolling.
Yeah.
The Jets are fading quickly.
They are. Up next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Indianapolis to take on the Indianapolis Colts. The Buccaneers got manhandled by the 49ers. They kept it close for a little while, but San Francisco ultimately pulled away. Meanwhile, the Indianapolis Colts, they are coming off of their bye week after beating the New England Patriots in Germany, in Frankfurt, and Gardner Minshew as their quarterback. It was an ugly win for the Colts to pull that 10-6 win out of their rears, but they're taking on a little bit of a better team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers, that NFC South is just so bad this year, man. But Buccaneers, I think they might be the front runner to win it. And I got them bouncing back against the Colts. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. Give me the Bucs.
Yeah, this is a tricky one.
I'm going Tampa.
Yeah, I think Tampa Bay bounces back. Indianapolis is just so up and down. I never know what to expect from them week to week. I think this is a very winnable game for Tampa. This game could go either way.
Yeah. All right. Up next, we've got the New England Patriots going to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. The Patriots coming off of the bye week after losing to the Colts in Germany, and the Giants just steamrolled the Washington Commanders. Man, both these teams, though, let's be real, they're both terrible, man, for real. And I cannot believe that the Giants were able to handle the Commanders with ease when we pretty much had to freaking sweat it out and kick that game-winning field goal. Seahawk-wise, granted, we freaking annihilated the Giants, even though we should have scored a lot more, and we basically held them out of the end zone. But Patriots and Giants, a Super Bowl 42, Super Bowl 46 rematch, now Toilet Bowl. Who would have ever thought we'd be saying that for a Super Bowl rematch?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the last time I'm doing this. Give me the Patriots to beat the Giants.
Yeah, give me the Patriots to win the Toilet Bowl. I might actually pick the Patriots one more time when they play the Jets.
Yeah. My God, just because Belichick has their
This
number.
is gonna be one of the very last times I picked the Patriots this season.
Oh yeah,
I mean they are just. I've never seen a Patriots team this bad before.
yeah. I've never seen a Belichick team
It's
that
been
bad.
23 years since they've started off this bad.
Yeah. All right. Up next, we got the Carolina Panthers going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. The Panthers got steamrolled by the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans. The Titans last week, or were they coming off of their bye week?
They lost to Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, they did lose to Jacksonville. Shit, why do I keep thinking that? But yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars. They're gonna cruise to the AFC South unless AFC South's an interesting race with the Jaguars and the Texans though. But Tennessee Titans taking on the Carolina Panthers. I expect Derrick Henry to roll over them. Will Levis, DeAndre Hopkins, and Burks and Westbrook Akine. I think they're gonna just roll. Give me the Titans to keep making life miserable for the Panthers. I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah, give me Tennessee. This is another toilet bowl.
My
This is
God.
a terrible matchup.
Yep.
Well, I changed my mind. Carolina's the worst team. I thought it was the Giants. I thought it was the New England. No, after watching the Panthers last week and how bad their offensive line is, I say it's Carolina.
Carolina. And they pretty much gift wrapping the number one pick in the 2024 draft for the Bears with this season.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Houston to take on the Texans. The Jacksonville Jaguars took care of their business against the Titans, and the Houston Texans pretty much took care of their business against the Arizona Cardinals. Granted, it was a one-possession game. I think the final was 21-16 down there, or 21-15.
21-16.
Yep, CJ Stroud still on a tear, man. We all know what happened last time with the Texans and Jaguars. The Texans just rolled the Jaguars last time they played each other. This could potentially be for the AFC South.
Yeah.
Because what's the Jaguars record right now?
7-3.
And the Texans?
6-4.
Oh man, this could potentially be for the AFC South crown, man. Whew, man, this is kind of a toughie on this one, man. I mean, CJ Stroud, you could definitely give him my vote for offensive rookie of the year. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead though, and I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I just still favor them a little bit better though. I granted CJ Stroud. This could go either way, but I'm gonna take the Jacksonville Jaguars again.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Jaguars to get revenge for what was it, week 3, laying that egg at home.
Oh yeah,
but, man, this game is a toss up in my opinion.
Yeah, and this game could, like we said, this could determine the AFC South winner.
Yeah,
I mean this will be. And speaking of which, this is a red zone week for us, so we're gonna get some good reactions to these games.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this is a red zone week because the Seahawks aren't playing Sunday. All right. Up next, we got NFC South rivalry. We got the New Orleans Saints going to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons. The New Orleans Saints, the Atlanta Falcons
they're both coming off of a bye.
What happened before that with both these teams?
Atlanta lost on a last-second field goal to Arizona, and that
was a split. That was another one of our splits. The Saints.
Did New Orleans? Did they play Chicago?
I think they did. I think New Orleans beat Chicago though, or did Chicago beat them?
No, they beat
Chicago.
They beat Chicago, but it wasn't impressive.
Yeah, and that Falcons Cardinals game before that was one of our splits where I took that shot on the Cardinals and you took that shot on the Falcons, and the Cardinals pulled it off last second. Oh man. I'm taking the New Orleans Saints to take care of their business against the Falcons. I still like them a little better. The NFC South though is just, man, it's just so bad. But I'm gonna take the Saints.
Yeah, give me the Saints to get to 6-5.
Yeah, the Falcons are starting Ritter again.
I like them to win the NFC South, actually.
Them are the Buccaneers, man. This NFC South, man, it's just, it could be either the Buccaneers or the Saints. We don't know for sure. It's still a bad division down there now, especially now that Brady's gone. Yeah. All right. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Rams going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The Rams obviously got lucky that Myers missed that kick, and the Arizona Cardinals, well, hung in there with a little, but CJ Stroud was a little too much for him. Hey, you know what else about that game with the Texans? Will Anderson pretty much got payback on the Cardinals for passing up by trading the pick to Houston for Houston to get him. So Will Anderson, the Terminator, made the Cardinals in a way, because I know he had a sack on Kyler Murray that game. So Will Anderson, in a way, he kind of made the Cardinals pay for passing on him.
Yeah.
For making that trade with the Texans. But yeah, the Cardinals, they're just, granted, they got only 2 wins, and it's not gonna get any better for the Cardinals. Let's be real. Give me the Los Angeles Rams to complete the sweep of the Cardinals.
Yeah, give me the Rams to get their second in a row and complete the sweep of the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Seahawks kept their season alive last week.
Yeah. Big time. All right, up next, we got the Cleveland Browns going to Denver to take on the Broncos. The Broncos with another crazy win over the Minnesota Vikings by 1 point. Russell Wilson looks like he's getting back into his his old form, other than last season when he had that really bad year. Denver's got a pretty easy schedule, and Russell Wilson looks like he's getting back into form. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns with DTR at quarterback managed to pull off a last-second win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, getting revenge for that earlier loss. And man, this is gonna be a good game too. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Broncos. Russell Wilson's rolling, and Cortland Sutton, they got a pretty good chemistry going on right now. Sutton's making some incredible plays. And if DTR, I don't really trust him in this game. Granted, no, Cleveland still got the defense, but I trust Russell Wilson more than I trust DTR. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver to get 5 in a row. I just like the way they're playing right now. Man, their defense, ever since they gave up 70 to Miami, has been playing really well, and give them credit. They started off 1-5. They could have kind of folded up the tent and said, you know what, it's not our year. But man, they've been playing good.
They beat Kansas City. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Bills.
Back into the wild card race.
Yeah, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the Buffalo Bills. Who else did they beat? Obviously they beat Minnesota, obviously, but who else did they beat other than Minnesota?
I'm trying to think of the other win they've had during this winning streak.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but give me the Broncos.
Yeah. Didn't we? I think we might have missed a game.
Yeah.
I think we missed the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh-Cincinnati.
In the early window.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add that to the list in the early window too. But yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow being out for the year. Yeah. It's pretty much over for the freaking Bengals now that you can stick a fork in the Bengals now that Burrow's out for the year. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Pittsburgh Steelers to take care of their business and complete the sweep of the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pittsburgh as well to get to 7-4. And then they fired Matt Canada today.
Yeah, Yinzer Max Sports is pretty happy about that.
We'll see if it makes a difference to their offense.
All right. Dang, I didn't think I usually I'm good at adding the freaking usually I'm good at making sure I get all of them when I make the list.
Wait, is this the second time they've played Cincinnati?
I think it is. All right. Up next, we got the Buffalo Bills going to Philadelphia to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Buffalo Bills just manhandled the New York Jets with ease, and the Philadelphia Eagles went into Kansas City and won the Super Bowl 57 rematch, 21-16. That was a good game back on Monday night last night.
Yeah, it was.
Eagles are rolling. Buffalo Bills, let's see if they can get back on it, but going to be tough against this Eagles team. I feel like Philadelphia is going to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, give me the Eagles to keep it rolling. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, give me the Eagles to get to 10-1 and, keep a pretty comfortable lead for the 1 seed in the NFC.
Yep. All right, up next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. The Kansas City Chiefs lost last night to the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Raiders just got absolutely manhandled by the Miami Dolphins. As expected, the Raiders are just terrible too. interim head coach and interim general manager. We'll see what they do in the offseason too. But give me the Kansas City Chiefs to complete the sweep of the Raiders. Is this the second time the Chiefs played the Raiders?
No, I think this is their first meeting.
Damn it! Why the hell do I keep thinking that certain? Because it's
like
getting
I
so
think
late.
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, I think, is their first meeting because I don't remember them playing before.
Yeah, this shit's just crazy, man. God damn. All right, give me Kansas City to take down the Raiders.
Yeah, give me Kansas City to bounce back and get to 8-3.
All right. Up next, we got the Sunday night game. We got the Baltimore Ravens going to SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Baltimore Ravens took care of their business with ease over the Cincinnati Bengals after knocking out Joe Burrow. Jake Browning now the starting quarterback for the Bengals. Obviously, now we've got to mention that now. He doesn't have a good arm. Ravens are just rolling. And now I think with Burrow being out, that just opened the door for the Ravens to take over and win the AFC North.
Yeah, I think it did.
And the Chargers choked it in Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers. The Chargers are just absolutely falling apart. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to go into LA and just keep it rolling.
Yeah, give me the Ravens to just keep it rolling and get to 9-3. And, now they're in the driver's seat for the 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
The Chargers, they're one of the most disappointing teams this year.
Yeah. So the Ravens now, like you mentioned, in the driver's seat for the 1 seed in the AFC. Wow. Who would have thought of that?
Yeah.
All right. Up next, Monday Night Football. We got the Chicago Bears going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Chicago Bears were pretty competitive against the Detroit Lions, just couldn't quite get it done. The Vikings choked it against the Denver Broncos, losing by 1 with Joshua Dobbs still at quarterback. And, man, I still like Minnesota a little better. I'm going to take the Vikings to end it off on. Give me Minnesota.
Yeah, give me Minnesota to bounce back after that tough loss in Denver on Sunday night.
Yeah. All right, and there you have it. Those are our Week 12 picks. We got the Lions over the Packers, the Cowboys over the Commanders, 49ers over the Seahawks. The knock on wood, but it's not gonna be pretty for us, obviously. But yeah, not looking forward to that. Grant, I'm still gonna go to the game, do my player interactions on Thanksgiving, so stay tuned for that. Dolphins over Jets, Buccaneers over Colts, Patriots over Giants, Steelers over Bengals, Titans over Panthers, Jags over Texans, Saints over Falcons, Rams over Cardinals, Broncos over Browns, Eagles over Bills, Chiefs over Raiders, Ravens over Chargers, and Vikings over the Bears. All right, and there you have it. Drop your picks down below, and we'll catch you later. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.